HDFC Infinia and HSBC Premier are often mentioned in the same conversation, but they are designed for completely different users. Infinia rewards people who spend heavily through SmartBuy and want straightforward redemptions. HSBC Premier rewards people who maximize airline and hotel transfers. So which one actually delivers more value in 2026? HDFC Infinia earns 5 reward points per 150 rupees spent. Since 1 point can be redeemed at 1 rupee for flights, hotels, and airline transfers, the effective base reward rate is 3.33%. HSBC Premier earns 3 reward points per 100 rupees spent. At first glance, that looks lower, but the strength comes from the transfer ecosystem. HSBC transfers at a clean 1-to-1 ratio to partners like Accor, Singapore Airlines, British Airways, Qatar Airways, Marriott Bonvoy, Flying Blue, Air India, and several others. There is also a subtle advantage that most people never notice. HDFC calculates rewards in fixed spend blocks. HSBC carries forward leftover spend amounts between transactions. That means you lose fewer points on odd transaction values and your actual earning rate stays much closer to the advertised earning structure over time. HDFC SmartBuy gives 5x rewards on flights and 10x rewards on hotels. That translates into roughly 16.67% return on flights and 33.33% return on hotels. HSBC Hopper gives 6x rewards on flights and 12x rewards on hotels. Since the base earning rate is already 3 points per 100 rupee, flights earn 18 points per 100 rupee and hotels earn 36 points per 100 rupee. If you value HSBC points at 1 rupee each, that is already 18% return on flights and 36% return on hotels. But the real power appears when points are transferred. Accor Live Limitless remains one of the most valuable hotel partners in the market. Every 2000 Accor points can be redeemed for 40 euro against hotel bills. In practice, that values each point at around 1.8 to 2 rupee depending on exchange rates. That means HSBC's 18 points per 100 rupee on flights can become roughly 32 to 36% effective value when transferred to Accor. Hotel bookings can theoretically approach 70% value back under ideal Accor redemptions, although actual results depend on hotel pricing and exchange rates. However, HSBC is not unlimited. Accelerated rewards through Hopper are capped at 18,000 bonus points per month. For flights, that roughly translates to around 1.2 lakh rupee monthly spend. For hotels, the cap is reached much faster at around 51,000 rupee of monthly bookings. For most travelers, this is perfectly reasonable, but someone booking a massive international vacation may hit the cap. One criticism of SmartBuy is that pricing is sometimes higher than direct airline or OTA pricing. HSBC Hopper attempts to solve this problem. If you find the same flight cheaper elsewhere within 24 hours, HSBC refunds the difference as travel credit up to 1,500 rupee. Even after booking, Hopper continues monitoring prices for up to 10 days and can refund fare drops as travel credit, again up to 1,500 rupee. That is a genuinely unique feature in the Indian credit card market. Now, category spending. This is where the comparison becomes more balanced. HDFC Infinia still rewards insurance, utilities, telecom, groceries, and education, but category caps now apply. Utilities and telecom are capped at 2,000 points monthly, groceries are capped at 2,000 points monthly, and insurance is capped at 10,000 points monthly. Government transactions and rent earn nothing. Education only earns rewards when paid directly to institutions and not through third-party apps. HSBC Premier also allows rewards on insurance, utilities, taxes, education fees, government payments, jewelry, and similar categories. However, all of these categories are subject to a combined 1 lakh rupee monthly spending cap for rewards. So neither card is completely unrestricted anymore, but HSBC remains surprisingly competitive for large non-retail spending. HDFC Infinia remains one of the simplest reward ecosystems in India. 1 point equals 1 rupee for flights, hotels, Apple products, Tanishq vouchers, and airline transfers. However, several major restrictions arrived in 2026. Travel redemptions and airline transfers are now capped at 1.5 lakh points per month. Cashback is capped at 50,000 points monthly and only gives 0.3 rupee per point. Flights, hotels, Apple products, and Tanishq purchases can only be paid up to 70% using points, with the remaining 30% requiring card payment. HSBC has none of these redemption restrictions. Its biggest advantage is that points never expire. You can accumulate points for years and wait for transfer bonuses. When HSBC runs 30% or 50% transfer bonuses, the value proposition becomes dramatically stronger. The biggest mistake HSBC users make is redeeming for cashback. Cashback gives only 0.4 rupee per point and destroys most of the value. The card is designed for travel transfers, not cashback. Now, international spending. This category has a very clear winner. HDFC Infinia charges 2% Forex markup plus GST. HSBC Premier charges only 0.99% Forex markup. Even after GST, the effective cost is around 1.17%. Since the card still earns full rewards internationally, many users effectively come out ahead on foreign spending. For anyone who travels internationally multiple times a year, HSBC has a significant advantage. Choose HDFC Infinia if you want the strongest all-round premium credit card in India. The base reward rate is higher, SmartBuy remains extremely powerful, airline transfers are strong, and the overall ecosystem is easier to understand. Choose HSBC Premier if you travel internationally frequently, value Accor and airline transfers, want ultra-low forex charges, and prefer a reward currency that never expires. It is especially attractive after the Axis devaluations because very few Indian cards still offer clean one-to-one transfers to both Accor and major airline programs.
If you are interested to apply for the credit cards, please check the affiliate link in the description.